Hey there, I'm Scott. Welcome back to my home and kitchen, and Merry Christmas. Today I'm doing sort of my Christmas dinner. One video up today is the side dishes, the roasted fingerling potatoes and the roasted asparagus, which are delicious, easy, entertaining recipes. Now in this video I'm going to show you the main dish. It's going to be filet mignon and a Pinot Noir sauce, and they're both delicious. The Pinot sauce goes great any time of year over steak or duck. It's absolutely delicious. So let's head into the kitchen and get started. Alright, let's get started on the filet mignon, then we'll start on the sauce. What I did, you can buy filet mignon obviously at your butcher shop or in some of those warehouse clubs. You'll buy a big one, you'll have to kind of fabricate it yourself. If you're buying it from a butcher, ask for the filet from the tail end of the loin. It's the best. So I have about 1 pound of filet mignon here, beef tenderloin. Delicious, divided into 2 portions. And all we need to do with that is put probably a tablespoon of olive oil, a little bit of salt, probably half a teaspoon, and half a teaspoon of pepper. We're going to sear that off in a skillet. It's best if we use a skillet that can go from the stovetop to the oven, because that's where it's going to. Alright, get that in a bowl with the salt, the olive oil, and the pepper, and turn it around until everything gets really well coated with our seasoning. I'm preheating a skillet here on the induction cooktop, which I love using. It's so precise. Alright, now we're just going to sear that off, the outside loin. I'm going to get it browned on all sides. So we're just going to make sure all the sides get really well browned. That's looking really good. Get that one going on the next side. Just keep turning it once each side is browned. The meat is browned on all sides and it smells incredible. Tenderloin is perfect. Alright, so I'm going to turn the heat off, and this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I cannot give you a precise time. And I gotta stress the importance of a thermometer. Just one that you're gonna stick into the meat and check. We're looking for 110 degrees for medium rare. And that's gonna be perfect. So this is going into the oven, about 20 minutes now. Alright, while the tenderloin's in the oven, I'm gonna show you how to make the sauce, and it's really great. What you're gonna need for this recipe is 2 tablespoons of butter, unsalted, a cup of chicken stock or beef stock. I'm using beef stock. 3/4 of a cup of a really good Pinot Noir, a teaspoon of whole peppercorns, 1 plum tomato seeded and chopped up. It could be a Roma tomato if you have those. I need about 1/4 of a medium-sized red onion just sliced, and a teaspoon of dried thyme. In our saucepan, we're going to melt the butter. And once that melts, we'll add the onions. The butter is nicely melted, perfect. We're going to take our sliced onion, add that right in, and just give that a stir around. We want these to get pretty well caramelized, so let's let them go about 4 minutes. The onions are looking really good. They're starting to caramelize, really limp and tender. So in we're going to pour our 3/4 cup of the Pinot Noir. Give that just a stir, keep the heat up. I have this just almost to a high. And we're going to let it reduce in volume by about half, and that should take about 4 minutes. Alright, it's been about 4 minutes. Our wine is nicely reduced, and during the cooking process I just stirred it to scrape up all those brown bits or fond from the bottom. Alright, to this I want to add my teaspoon of dried thyme, the tomato, the teaspoon of the whole peppercorns, and then our cup of the stock. And I did add 1 tablespoon of honey to this. That's just going to sweeten the sauce slightly. Alright. Give all this a stir around and let this reduce again for about 10 minutes until it coats the back of a moon. Alright, I just checked the meat and it was just almost 110 degrees internal temperature. And that took just under 20 minutes. So I would set your timer the first time for a pound of beef at about 15 minutes and do a check then. If you're doing 2 pounds, like for 4 people or whatever, just multiply that up. Anyway, here it is. We're going to let this rest for at least 10 minutes. The juices are hot and going crazy inside, and by letting it rest for 10 minutes, those juices will redistribute really well. So I'm just going to set this over to the side while the sauce finishes. The sauce is looking so good and smelling so good. It is, I think, just about ready to coat the back of a metal spoon, and it is. Perfect. And you just run your finger through it. If the line stays when you hold it sideways, it's good to go. Give it a taste. Needs a little bit of salt. Taste, depending on how salty your stock was. And a little bit of pepper. Let it stir in. Alright, now in a bowl with a strainer to catch the... We're going to strain our sauce. Scrape all that through. Great. And then with your spoon, just work all that sauce through, and you'll be left with all the solids, which can be discarded. And then when you plate, the sauce can go on accordingly. So just keep this warm. Keep this warm. Alright, I'm starting the plating. I went ahead and put down the potatoes and the asparagus. This person's going to get the very tail end, so they're going to get actually 2 pieces, or maybe 3 pieces. We'll do it in 3s. Looks really good. Nice pink color on the inside, just what you're looking for. The meat's well rested, so I'm not getting a lot of juices just kind of running out all over the plate and losing all that flavor. Alright. And on top of that is going to go our great Pinot sauce. Now, who would not love this? If you love red meat, you will love this dish. I hope you enjoy it. Merry Christmas again. If you have any comments or want to be in contact with me, my email address is scott in Oregon at comcast.net. Thanks for watching. Bye.